Alrighty, we have an NCSL game between Team Vendetta and Calibrate Jacks. NCSL stands for National Console Siege League. If you are unfamiliar, the map is Cafe. If you're unfamiliar with that, expect a Thatcher ban to probably come out first, as it does tend to be a standard ban on most maps. Cafe not an exception, except in this case where Ace is going to be the first one gone. We'll talk about that in a sec after we see what the remainder of the bans are. Other than that, not much you need to know going into this game, other than the fact that Jacks, as they will henceforth be referred to, are the blue team starting out on attack, and Vendetta is the orange team, therefore they start out on defense. Ace and Jackal are going to be the two band operators, and that means we're going to be in for an interesting match. Normally you will see Thatcher banned out, as he does tend to be a pretty staple ban, as I said earlier. However, with him in play, expect the walls to be opened up relatively quickly, possibly look for maybe a bakery-focused attack on the kitchen objective, as it is probably going to be a little bit easier because you don't have to worry about the wall as much. With Thatcher on the board, you can expect Cade to stay in play too, as you can see Mira and Castle, the other two bans. Mira, we all know how she kind of operates, especially on a map like Cafe. You throw that Mira window down and you can hold some really long lines of sight. I'm thinking cocktail freezer area for the top floor objectives, and you can throw a couple cheeky ones inside a kitchen. Maybe not as effective, but nonetheless still annoying to deal with. Castle being banned out is rather interesting, and you don't see that often. There are a few castle setups related to this map in particular. You'll see Cocktail defended with a castle when playing that reading mining objective, or reading dining, pardon me, objective. He's also utilized in some of the Cocktail holds depending on the setup, as well as some of the kitchen holds. So niche setups, but those are ones we probably won't be seeing today with his absence. Note the inclusion of Flores, and Flores is a newer operator. I guess he's still newer, to at least to the competitive scene, and he's going to allow you to clear a lot of those power positions. Think behind the bakery counter, think pixel, bathroom, a myriad of spots on this map, and those little RCXDs, I think they're RCEs, Rotero drones, I don't know, there's something. Those can get into some positions that can't always get guns and or grenades to clear out those defenders, so he'll bypass the ADSs and hit a little button and the drone goes boom, pretty much while negating those power positions. Other than that, not really a lot to talk about in this initial kind of pick and setup phase. You can see, obviously, Thatcher is going to be brought. Thermite is going to be the hard breacher for today, or at least this round. So no ranged hard breach, so expect that red wall to be opened up by an exothermic, and probably one of the freezer and or bathroom walls, depending on the attack that kind of unfolds itself here. Pre-placed drones coming out, all 10 of them are still alive. Nothing super interesting apart from that, and it's kind of where we are. I'm also being told the sidebar is up. I have no idea how the hell to get rid of that. I don't use YouTube literally ever, so there you go. ZaturnR6 says boo. Thanks, Chris. Always love to hear from you, man. But yeah, sidebar, you get to see the little cartoon man's lovely face. I think he's from, like, Buzzed or Quiz Buzz from, like, the PS3 days. It's actually beautiful if you think about it. He's got a pretty happy expression, as I'm sure do most of these players, considering they're still alive within almost a minute into this round. Let's see if I can, you turn it off, I think, when you start it. I don't know how to get rid of it. It's staying up, so you guys get to watch the lovely chat as well if you're partaking in it. Right now, still posturing from the attack. A minute in, the EMP ball is rolling out as long as an exothermic charge. That's going to open up the red wall. No real map control garnered by the attackers as of yet, apart from red stairs. You can see nobody's entering through downstairs. Actually, right now, Arrow is possibly looking to go for a run out on a South Rappel player. There isn't one. The rest of them are on the roof and or on red stairs. You can see a couple of them stacked up. Arrow on the Jaeger was the sole roamer. I think he's returned back towards the site, and there he is. You can see him playing the planks. Ella has now just gone down. That's going to be Reg AK. Ooh, Reg AK? That's kind of cool, actually. I appreciate the name Reggae K. Even if I'm not saying it right, my way's better, that's for damn sure. Next little grenade's going to go out. That's going to clear anybody playing behind the cigar table there. Can't be too safe. ADS is going to be burned as well as an Arunigate. Exothermic charge goes out on the freezer wall, and you can see these defenders start to scramble positions. Chili's going to push up aggressively with the SMG-11 in hand. Not going to land the shots, but you see he clears away the Rotero drone, and that's going to leave him in a slightly safer position. Reggae K is on the flank with the FO-12. He's gonna get one. Krim gets another. Yellow and Rivsy answer back, and now we're in an even man count once again. You still have Chili playing around this corner. That ADS, which was cleared earlier, reset. It has been 10 seconds, and that's going to leave Yellow on low HP trying to take this fight. He's caught in a Banshee. Not going to leave much for him. It's just Gills in this 1v2. Chili swings out from the bathroom corner, and he is going to delete Gills. That's going to be round one going in favor of the defenders. That ADS not being actually cleared is a little bit of an issue, and that could have cost them the round in the end. Alright, successful round from the defenders of Vendetta. That's going to prompt them to go downstairs. Jaeger and Mai are both present. Don't be surprised if we see a heavy bakery hold. Bakery-focused hold. The only thing is we're missing a shield. Not necessary. The bakery counter is essentially one giant shield. And, yeah, that's kind of where we're going to leave it off. The same lineup for the attackers. It is a pretty solid lineup. You can note that both Ashe and Zofia, after their nerfs, are going to be not present anymore. What nerfs would you think would prompt to take out Ashe and Zofia, the two most picked operators, two girls with really good guns? You guessed it, it's their guns. Both of them got nerfed pretty hard in terms of their recoil, especially on console where you're using your thumbs to try and push a stick to click ahead. Doesn't happen all the time, so people are going to opt to bring these different guns, and in this case it's going to be the Yana. That's either the G36 or the ARX. Both of them very usable, and both of them pretty versatile. Taking a look at the setup, as there's literally only 10 seconds left in the prep phase, nothing super interesting. Looks like a pretty standard kitchen hold. They're going to be reinforcing freezer, so no extension into VIP. That red wall has a single panel soft. Two walls are left. I don't know if they're going to get it, or if they're going to make some sight lines. Looks like it's being got. Last one's probably going onto the freezer hatch. There you go. You can see Krim opting to do that. And interesting to see a Jaeger and Wamai, but no bakery extension, or at least heavy bakery presence. It could be all focused around this prep window, which again is another thing that acts kind of as its own shield. You got two-ish, 1.5 ADSs stacked up there. Nothing super exciting. Looks like Wamai is tasked with playing bakery, and he can provide his own ADSs as things move forward. Apart from that, if you look at the attackers, we have a that was a really good throw actually from Gills, all the way from the ground to the roof. That's Kobe if I've ever seen one. RIP the man himself, but Gills is out here doing his best impression. Krim is doing his best impression of somebody who shoots people in the body with the P10 Roni, and that's exactly what he's going to do. On to Rivsy. There's the Yanagan. He shot the person, not the clone. Does he know Gills is just outside that door droning? That punch could go through the door, turn left, shoot him in the face, but obviously he doesn't have the same outlines I do, or else he'd be using wall hacks on console, and I'd have a few questions there. Hot drone's coming down the white stairs, and that's going to be Fate on the Flores, seeing the hot pings come out onto Krim, who has since escaped that position. He's going to hold it from Whiskey Bar, doesn't have too much to worry about. Flores drone going to provide both util and a little bit of clear, as he's going to force players back out of their position, and you can see Krim's gone all the way back to site to rejoin the rest of his team. Everybody now either in or around site, as the attackers can start to do work on this floor with a 1.5 minutes remaining. Sledge is still on the board. That's going to be it. You can see he's going to start to rip out the floor around dining, making his way in train, making his way into mining, cautious of the flank. Doesn't look like there's actually a flank drone set up for that, and he'll just have to use his ears and hope nobody sneaks up the red stairs later into the round, as the rest of his teammates continue to work away around the objective. Krim is in this bunker position. He is going to wait. That's going to be the wall opened up. Hatch is also closed, so that's not going to be something that the attackers can push through later into the round, and it's starting to get later into the round. Arrow is going to shoot the drone that's blocked by the Aruni gate. He holds his position in closet, and that's really going to be it right now. Thatcher EMP is going to go off, maybe just because why the hell not. Kevs is holding this long hallway. He's going to try and stop anybody from rotating through. Gills is going to be down. Don't exactly know from where. I have to imagine this bunker area. Chili's going to eat a lot of damage, but also dealing some himself onto the attackers. Fate gets a shot onto Crim. He's then down by the shotgun of Chili. The Thermite is still down. That's Gills. There's 13 seconds left. No diffuser command. Looks like these attackers are just going to push for kills. And instead of pushing for kills, they're pushing into the shotgun of Chili. He gets 2. There's a revive going on. Case is going to be retrieved. They got to hold square on it now, but they line up. Didn't mean to hit the scoreboard there, but it doesn't really matter. Arrow, I think, is credited with the last kill, and that's really all you need to know. Defenders weren't, or the attackers weren't able to funnel through that one breach, and just walked into the defenders' waiting arms there, or waiting shotgun of Chili. Looks like that that sidebar staying up the whole bloody time. Rather annoying, but you know what? It's whatever. I guess it's there. You gotta check it in between streams. Apparently that's how YouTube works. What the hell, YouTube? We're going to Reading Fireplace in case you have any questions. Obviously there's no castle, so he won't be brought. No Mira, so she won't be brought. 2 operators you'll see a lot on this site. But Jaeger will mute Aruni, and this time a smoke is present, so mostly the same operators apart from one, and that's going to be the smoke making his first appearance of the game, I do believe. Attackers, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, except it is broke, so maybe you should fix it, or maybe they're hoping it works on the tertiary site, because it's the exact same lineup. They haven't been able to quite crack the defense just yet, and looks like Jax is going to have one more chance at this on a site they haven't looked at yet. After this round, you have to imagine Vendetta is going back upstairs because it will be unlocked again. You hear that M590 going on. Feed holes are being made. That's DXN. Dan? Let's go with Dan. Probably Dan. Why not? Dan, you are DXN, you are henceforth named as Dan. He gets a drone. That's going to put the attackers down to 9. And that's going to start the action phase. Pretty standard setup. You can see a lot of this hold is going to be concentrated upstairs because, just like with that kitchen attack, the attackers will want vertical presence so they can try and make some holes above the site, get a free pick or 2, or at least force the defenders out of power positions, and then plant the diffuser. Because of this, the attackers will make their way to the roof, like almost every single attack on Cafe, open up those 2 hatches, peek down the skylight, get some drones going, or Yana clones in this case, and see what's free for the taking and try and follow it up with some bodies. So right now, it's going to be determined that Christmas is free. Is this Yana clone going to be used to burn the early gate? That would be pretty... Ooh, Mute Jammer? Question mark? Yeah, I think the Mute Jammer stopped the Yana clone from being able to burn that gate, if that's what they were looking to do. It's going to stay up until a flashbang or something goes through it later. We do have the Aruni playing inside of the green train, and I think we're just playing for a rat play here. Dan doesn't need a rat play. He's just going to shoot people in the face, and that's the power of deployable shields. You peek a deployable shield, and the guy can see you. He peeks up behind it, pre-fires exactly where your head is, and you are deleted most of the time. Arrow's going to be playing around the single reinforcement and Cocktail, and he's going to have to fight Rivsy in a second. No, Rivsy just sees the head, can't land the shots. Arrow, with minimal HP, tries to escape with his life. Yellow is there to clean it up, and that's going to be a 4v3 in favor of Vendetta. You can see they've been forced partially back from this Cocktail position, but not quite, as Dan has moved up. He's going to be playing really close on the hole just made by the sledge of Yellow there. So Yellow's going to get one, stopped by the other SAS operator, Reggae K, and Chili is going to get one of his own 2 onto Gills, leaving Kevs in a 1v3, now a 1v2 as he picks up Reggae K, and he doesn't have the case in hand, but he's got tons of time. He's got a drone. I always forget if that's in pocket or not in pocket, but he also has a Claymore and a lot of bullets, as well as 3 EMPs, so no shortage of utility. There are 5 drones placed somewhere in the map that his team can try and use to get him some information. Not going to get information on the guy inside of mining. An EMP ball is going to go off, and he's going to see the feet and not the head of Crim, who's able to lie down just a little bit better, and coming out of the green train at the end to land a few shots. That Roni really does shred at close range there, even through walls, apparently. So round 3 goes in favor of Vendetta. Back to Bar Cocktail, and it looks like we're going to have the same lineup. Yep. Excuse me, Cassidy can't. Cassidy can. Interesting. Probably going to be 6-picked. I will wait and see. Malusi. To be expected, Capcan was probably a miss click or a delay click.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Yep. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I already said that, but like, come on. Like, something's not working. It does seem to be a little bit of just some lost gunfights. You're seeing a lot of these Jax players going into fights with drones or some sort of intel. They know where it is, and there is a losing the fight. Which, you know what? Sometimes it happens. You can't just chalk it up to a bad game plan. Sometimes you're not going to win your ones, but if you're not winning your ones, you got to try and find a way to reduce the amount of ones you're taking, set up better for trades, which they did pretty well in the first round, or just something to try and change the nature of the rounds, because it has not been going in the favor of Jax, and they're down 3-0. Now at least they get a second crack at this bomb site that they've already seen, and due to a lapse in time, I'm going to assume, this wall onto red is left soft, so a little bit of different util can be used to deal with that. A Flores drone onto that wall will make a pretty decent-sized hole if that's how Jax wants to get through there. Sledge also has the hammer that he can use for it too. Obviously, Flores drone will probably be used to try and clear that pixel shield. But now you might have 2 exothermics to play with, whereas previously you only had the 1 once you got that Christmas control. So you might see openings into bathroom and freezer now instead of just the one or the other. Reg AK has picked up this position on the pixel shield. He's going to be hanging out here. The Malusi MP5 is a pretty good gun to take this fight with. Not a lot of recoil, but you know what doesn't have any recoil is a Flores drone. It goes vroom, and then it goes boom. And that's going to deal with pixel pretty quickly. You can see the red wall's been opened up by the sledge of yellow as well, and he's making his way into there. Grenade in hand. He's going to yuck that out. He's going to actually go under the Aruni gate. That's a pretty good toss, and not deal any damage onto any players there, but definitely stop them from playing in that position. Drone, I think, is going to be caught by, again, Chili playing inside a bathroom. This is kind of his area. He was here last time, and he's here again. You know that he's not giving this up easily. If Flores drone is going to go out, it's going to probably clear the mute jammer onto Pixel and prompt Chili to be a little bit more aware. I think there's a Malusi there, too, a Wub. So, a couple things he's got to be worried of, as first exothermics is going to go out onto the freezer wall. Will another one be used onto the bathroom wall? That's the real question here. And that would have dislodged Chili probably pretty quickly, but instead he's able to get a free pick onto Rivsy. Maybe not free, but he hit that shot. An Exo can still be used on this wall. He's going to rotate a mute jammer. It's not going to do much for him in the short term. There's a Flores drone right at your feet there, Sledge, and you got lucky it was caught by that mute jammer. Yellow continuously holding down this rotate into freezer, making sure nobody can cross here, or at least cross here safely. He might have the head of a Jaeger in his sight very soon. Does he know that there's literally a mute inside a bathroom? He saw the head, he had a grenade in his hand, and nobody's going to stop Chili from peeking that pixel door. Fate gets a kill onto Dan, but Yellow is down. EMP is going to go out. It's going to be a little bit short. Fate swinging across the breach into freezer. Gets another one onto Arrow. Well done to him. He's going to clear the Aruni gate too. He seems to be doing it all right now by himself, as Kevs is picked off by Chili, another player who seems to be doing it all by himself. This time, Fate's going to be the victor in that fight, as he gets one. Reggae has repositioned. He's onto new drop. Is his position even known? It is now, as he's going to send some bullets flying that way. He misses the initial fight onto Yellow, but swings and gets it onto Fate to clean up the round anyway. He trusted Krim to have his back, and that he did. While, really, that movement of the Exo there, the fact that Jax was able to get through the red wall for free, you saw that Gills, or not Gills, pardon me, whoever was on the sledge, somebody, Kevs, I don't know. You know what, it doesn't really matter. They know who's on the sledge, I don't really need to. Whoever was on the sledge, boom, boom, double sledgehammer, gets through the red wall. They have Christmas control, they're setting up that kind of frontline attack that you always have in the bar cocktail. freezer wall gets opened up. Boom, you had a Thatcher, you probably EMP'd that wall, cleared off the mute jammer, and there's your line of sight. We saw, I think it was Fate get 2 kills from there, swinging the breach, quite possibly.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And then that bathroom wall. There was still an exo in pocket for Gills, that's for damn sure. That bathroom wall, and we saw EMPs get tossed out too. That bathroom wall was never opened up. You open up that bathroom wall, Chili can't play there anymore. He can maybe go 1 for 1. That's the best he can do in that situation. Unless he's hitting some like absolutely nutty shots and everybody else is whiffing, then maybe he's 2 for 1. But he's dealt with. Instead of being able to persist for as long as he did, at least picking off one and downing another, I think he did more in that situation, but he was never really forcibly dislodged until he was swung and just lost the fight from Freezer after taking a lot of tick damage throughout the round. But he was never forcibly cleared. That was really kind of what you have to look at for Jax taking that round. You had the util in their pocket. They had the time to clear and execute onto that guy. They just never did. So maybe that's just an oversight in the fact that they're not used to stratting that out where they have 2 exos in their pocket and Thatcher on the board as well. So not something they're going to really be able to do without thinking about it. So just a lapse in judgment there, as it was definitely a possibility for things that could have happened, but was not the case in this situation. Anyway, we're on kitchen. They're clearing top down. They're not going to have to deal with anybody on the top floor. Will they have to deal with anybody on the second floor? Nope. Gotta always check those outlines. Sometimes they confuse me. C4s will have to be watched for. Arrow's actually going to be making his way up red stairs, and he's going to have to be careful he's not caught out from the hatch. Yanniclone's going to drop, and so is a player. That's Gills. He's going to eat a lot of damage. 416 might not have the same laser-like aim that it did before, but it still hits like a bloody truck, and Gills is going to experience that firsthand as he takes about 50 HP worth of damage dropping through that hatch. Other than that, top floor control is in firmly, well, mostly firmly, in the grasp of the attackers. No Nomad or Gridlock or flank drones mean, What? Yes. I mean, flank control isn't something you're gonna have very securely locked down unless these flank drones come out later. We all saw that, right? Yeah, we probably did. Did you just hear audio and flick onto that man, Reggae? Like, do you just want this flank for yourself? He definitely deleted Arrow there, and not entirely sure what happened or why that happened, but I don't know if it's caused any confusion in the attackers. It doesn't really seem to. They're continuing. Oh, there is a Nomad. I completely lied. I'm just so used to the normal lineup. Reggae, if you're gonna team kill, get the next kill anyway, buddy. Like, he TKs the Jaeger of Arrow. Sure, he downs Fate, and that's going to be a little bit of an addition for his team. But, interesting turn of events. And, that's going to be something. Whatever. He's back in, back inside of Smallvik. And there he goes into Bakery. Yellow picks him off. I gotta stop hitting the bloody scoreboard. Yellow's gonna take another fight onto the Irudi. I'm just continuously perplexed by that TK coming out earlier. Now it's a 5v3 for the attackers. This is the best position Jax has been in the entire game, apart from ever. No, this is just it. This is the best position they've ever been in. But with the time the way it is, they're going to have to get this diffuser down pretty quickly. Yellow, on a triple kill right now, is going to find the head of Dan. And, he's going to try and put the case down. Fate won't let him, and that's going to be the first round going in favor of Jax. And how much of it was that really early, completely ridiculous TK? I don't know. Probably a lot. Probably a fair amount of it. But yeah, I don't know. That was weird. That was an interesting turn of events. Everybody knows what the word interesting means. It means what the hell are you doing? But just in nice words. But interesting is what I'll use. Fate is going to go off the Doke into the Flores. Yada 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 yada. Reggae K is what I'm standing by. He's going by from the Malusi into the Wamai. Like I said in the beginning, Reggae K is better than anything else it could have been to begin with. So sucks to be Reggae K. Reading Dining will be the last defense for Vendetta. They don't opt to go back to Bakery, Kitchen. I mean, sure, they were successful on Reading Dining, fairly successful too, to continue off of that. But, yeah, I guess I don't know, it depends on how much that Vendetta thought that TK really screwed them over. If it wasn't the TK that lost them the round, sure, you go here. If it was the TK that lost them the round, maybe you run it back, because they were, there's clearly a distinct lack of time coming out from Jax on that attack there. Pretty much for the same setup we've seen almost every single round. Some variation of these operators being brought on the defenders, some variation of these operators being brought by the attackers. The difference here is Thatcher's been dropped completely, and I think he was dropped last round as well in favor of the Nomad. I did notice her presence a little bit later, kind of bewildered by the TK and everything else going on in that round, but Thatcher no longer in play. Instead, it's going to be Nomad, help to lock down some flanks. I mean, there was a flank early in the first round. It didn't seem to happen up, and it didn't seem to really make a huge impact in the round, considering how much else was going on in that kind of debacle of a first round where people were being just swung from doors they probably shouldn't have been. Chili, do you even have to ask where he is? He's in the bathroom. He's always in the bathroom. He hangs out in the bathroom, he's got a shotgun SMG-11, and he kills anybody who pushes towards the bathroom. That's his job, he does it very well, and he's going to be looking to do it again this round as the attacker's trying to clear him out. He's backed up by the shield of Dan. Dan's going to use the smoke grenades that he has in his pocket to stop the attackers from being able to push it very freely. They'll get the info they want, and then they'll be stopped. Exo's going to go out on 2 flanks, and that's going to be Fate and Rivsy getting one pick each of their own. Rivy continuing to go through. He's going to get another one. Every time I put my bloody controller down, the scoreboard pops up, and that's going to leave Chili in his favorite position in bathroom. Can I even switch to him? There we go. He's going to get 1. He's going to run away from the nade, eat a lot of damage, swing again. He gets 2. He's not allowed to do that. What the hell? Clear this man out of the bathroom, please. Don't just push him through the door. Do something else, for the love of God. Reggae K has the potential to clutch in this 1v3. 2 drones coming down. Both seem to have missed him. No, they haven't. He's, sounds like he might have been soft pinged. Gills gets him from above, and that's all she wrote. There you go, you can see the soft ping come out, and that's going to be the pick onto the Wamai. Holy hell, what happens when you don't clear bathroom? They probably had an exo in their pocket. I'm going to have to assume there was a exothermic charge in the pocket of whoever was playing Thermite. The bathroom wall probably could have been opened up. I don't know if there was a mute on the board, because it was Reggae K on the mute. No, it was Chili. It was El Chileo, whatever the hell his name is. Chili in bathroom. That's where he literally always is, on the mute. So the walls are probably jammed. You're not going to open that up for free, but like, has there been a single round where that man has been in a bathroom where he hasn't had a large amount of influence on the round? Sure, they lost, but still, like, what the hell? What the hell?
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Doesn't matter. We're in the kitchen. It's going to be Jax's defense. Nothing super interesting to note here, unless you look at Triangle Siege. Just take a look at the right-hand side of your screen. You're going to see the Thermite, Ash, Nomad, Mav, Thatcher. Interesting picks coming out of Vendetta. We'll talk about the setup coming out from Jax in just a second. Thatcher and Mav kind of both do the same job, so it's interesting to see both of them, and not maybe a sledge instead of a Maverick for the nades, but you know what, whatever works. Obviously Nomad comes out a lot. Rage on the Ash. At least it's the G36, a more controllable gun at the moment. But yeah, definitely an interesting attacker lineup coming out from the side of Vendetta. We'll see how it goes for them. And we're just going to quickly glance at the bakery. You can see everything that's going on inside of kitchen and whatnot. Really, the most interesting fact is there's a rotate on bakery. There's a maestro with the Alda playing behind the bakery counter. He's got 2 ADSs and a deploy, which will know my magnets. Rivy's going to get 1. Rivsy, what the hell? Where'd you do that from, buddy? That's pretty nice. Did he get it on the drop? One of the drops? Who was picked? The Mav. I'm gonna have to assume it was the Mav doing a hatch. It's hard to tell because you can't find the bodies so easily now with the little icons. Is he down there? Is that him? Whatever. I'm sure somebody will tell me later where he died. It doesn't matter. He was nitro-celled and Chili off the board quite early, and you can tell that the attackers of Vendetta are going for this top-down clear. They're not going to have the Mav to assist them with it, but in this situation, he's more just a gun than anything else, and Reggae K on Ash's role of entry is doing just that, following behind a couple drones. You saw that his teammate was trying to clear the map for him, and I think it's just Rivsy inside of mining right now. He's going to be bouncing around this wheel and trying to make something happen. He's already got 1, and he's going to look to escape with his life after being droned a couple times and keep the man advantage in Jax's favor right now. Vertical is still going to have to be done at some point, and that's really entirely in the hands of Reggae K. He's got 3 breaching charges and 2 breaching rounds he can use to open things up. Krim obviously has that exothermic for probably the hatch and the freezer wall. Not going to be doing vertical. Hey, Reggae K. Reggae K. I wonder if he listens to Bob Marley. Other interesting facts that we don't care about. Mozzie's behind Whiskey Bar, right? Come on, Reggae. This is your time. This is your time. And apparently it's not. Apparently it's Rivsy's time, and Rivs is going to get that one. I think it's Rivers, but you know what? Who really cares? Probably him, but he doesn't have a choice in how I say his name. But Rivsy, he's on a heater anyway. Doesn't really matter. He's finally shut down by arrow from Brownstairs, and quickly the attention is turned to the Jaeger, who's inside of reception. He's going to get taken down next. That ARX doing a lot of damage onto Fate. Exo's going to go and blow the wall onto Freezer. Yellow at very low HP. He's going to start to smoke off the breach. He's still got 2 of those canisters left, and with 15 seconds, the attackers are going to have to do something very quickly to try and make this happen. You can see Yellow is holding the breach, and Krim is going to get a refrag onto Arrow, who was downed by the shotgun of somebody else, and Gills. He's got 81 bullets. He only needed about 15 of them. I think 1 or 2 shots down the thermite, and that's going to stop the case plant dead in his tracks. That's what happens when you plant on 000. Ooh, will we see Tachanka being picked? He was flashed for a second. He is not being brought on purpose, at least for now. Tachanka is cool. He does have a shield now. What else? What else? Tachanka. He does have fire. Come on, Kev. Tachanka. To Capcan. God damn it. I mean, Spetnaz? Maybe? Close enough. At least I tried to get it right. Tachanka would have been way more fun. We all know how Capcan works. He's got a little boombox he straps to the door, and people walk through it, and it shoots nails into their ankles, and eventually, if you walk through like 3 of them, you die. Super cool. Would have rather seen Tachanka played, but whatever. Doesn't really matter. Gills is on the Cade. He's going to ensure that this wall is kept mildly closed. It's gonna be sparkly blue, that's for sure. Look at those electro claws. They are sparkly. You know what else is sparkly? Thatcher's EMP grenade. One little sparkly whirly ball beats the sparkly spider claws. I don't know. Like, EMP beats electricity. We all know how this works. Dan's got 3 of them. Gills only has 2 of them. Both of those are pre-placed, and one Thatcher is going to actually get rid of both of them because they're so damn close together. I don't know if they just forgot that Thatcher was in play, but definitely a weird choice there. What isn't a weird choice is this shield and bathroom, and Fate is going to be making the toilet's not in his way, and the holes are suitable for him, so he can play the shield and bathroom instead of Pixel. Same idea as the Pixel shield, you kind of try and lock down this Christmas area, and make it a living hell for the attackers. Kev, with the sausage, is Capcan inside of Cigar Box. A lot of weird things this round. Another weird thing is Twitch and Thatcher being brought. Twitch probably not being used for the util right now. Really, like we said earlier, with the loss of Ash and Sophia, you're gonna Twitch that. Somebody's gonna forget about that Capcan trap on Christmas Door. There we go. It's gone. Thank you. I was going to say, somebody's going to forget about that and hit it and take a lot of damage, and it was going to be a hugely missed opportunity. Kev has the suppressor on that gun. He doesn't even get to fire it, and Chili gets a pick onto him. That's going to be pretty damn free, if you ask me. Gills answers back with one onto Reggae K. That's going to be the Ash off the board, and Og beats G36? Question mark? Possibly. Chili gets another one. That's going to be the downstairs pick on Rosie, and he was the guy who caused so much trouble in the last round on the roam undealt with. Now it's really just up to the anchor players of 4 Jacks, of Yellow, Gills, and Fate. They're all kind of nestled into these positions. They can't leave very safely. They're going to have to take fights at some point, and there you go. Fate's going to take the first one onto Arrow. That shield still being up is going to cause a large problem for the attackers, because Fate can continue to do things like that, which is peek around the shield. He is going to have backed off, and Yellow, now smoking this area, will start to try and funnel the attackers and constrict them a little bit. What did we say way earlier in the round? What beats what? It's like rock, paper, scissors. EMP beats electricity. Sure, one claw is still up, the other one got destroyed, but does it really matter when there's a giant hole in that wall now? No, not really. Gil's trying to find a long angle, while Yellow playing really tight to that potential breach coming through on the default, or one of the default plant areas. Nah, that wall's not open, so he's going to be able to sit there safely for now. Not that safely. He just swings into the waiting arms of Krim on the Thermite. He's going to get his second of the round, finding Gills, and that leaves just Fate. And who gets that? None other than Chili coming up the stairs at the very end. Like we say, the F2 is brought for now. It's fragging power. The Twitch drone is just a nice little side benefit. Where are we going? Reading. Okay. Again, Capcan. Will he stay as a Capcan? That's the real question. Any other questions? No, he's not going to stay as a Capcan. Of course he isn't. Chachanka? Maybe. Maybe. Nope. Valk. Oh, interesting. We haven't seen a Valk all game. Here she comes right now. Pretty strong operator. Thatcher really doesn't do too much deal with her, because if you can... The EMP radius is so small where if you're EMPing a Valcam, it's probably by accident. Sure, you got lucky there, but Twitch maybe. Still, always, it can be hard to find those Valcams, and ones that are placed really high can be out of the range of Twitch's taser, like this one we just saw thrown by Rissy there. Excuse me. It's, I don't think you can Twitch that. Like, maybe from... no, there's no bloody way. So it's probably safe. From Twitches, might be saw by eyeballs and shot with a gun, but that's a later problem. This is almost the exact same setup that we saw come out from Vendetta on their defense, this time being brought by Jax on their defense. Hatch is going to be open and dining. That's a new one. At least a new one for this game. Not necessarily new, but you know what? You see a lot of different things when you watch and or play this game as much as some of these people do. So really, it's personal preference on how the site's set up. You can see the same feet holes, the skulls made for watching from white stairs. Holy hell, this game is loud in my ears. And I have hearing damage by the age of 500. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Other than that, pretty normal setup coming out from the defenders. They're going to be pretty tucked in. There isn't a lot of top floor presence actually right now. There's 2 people. Was that an Ash breaching around used on... You know what? I was going to say what the hell, but I can't blame him considering when they attacked the kitchen site, there was a C4 waiting for Chili. It was Chili who was... the first recipient of that C4 from one of the hatches, and now he's going to completely avoid a hatch C4 by being inside of the building. No drone in front of him. Oh, there's the drone. There's the drone in front of him, but he's going to continue to push forward. He's just looking for some sort of fight he can take to catch a defender off guard. He's pretty deep into the building already, and there you go. You can see him making his way into train. Drone in front of him. He's going to get a soft ping onto the smoke, and now he's just trying to see if anybody has a good line of sight right now. He's in a really good position to try and catch somebody off guard. If he can just keep his ears open and eyes open, he might be able to catch a defender moving to places that they shouldn't be. Gills is going to eat a lot of damage. Not sure where that's from. We're still watching the adventures of Chili, who's made his way into 90. He's got a couple potential picks soon. He lands a lot of damage onto Yellow. That's going to fully give away his position, and you see him slink away from the next potential gunfight pretty quickly. Right now, we have the Ash of Reg AK looking to take a fight. He was prone peeking onto the Jaeger inside of Cocktail, but there was a shield there, and you win that fight all day. Just as a side note, I hate the bloody way the camera works on Cocktail. It doesn't let you push it back as far as you would like it. Chili gets his first pick of the match, or of the round, onto Gills. Definitely not of the match, and it's also in sight. This man is literally inside of sight right now. He's going to look for a second. Rivsy is just better in that situation. The MPX finds the head of the Twitch, and that is going to be Chili off the board, and sight control back in the hands of the attackers. EMP and EXO can work in tandem to open up the reading wall, and now the attackers, who are all situated in this pillar area, just have to watch their head. Nobody's playing directly vertical on them, but Rivsy's going to hit a nice shot again onto Arrow. He's on a really low HP right now, and his life isn't going to be spared there. You can see Fate is coming around from Cocktail looking for this potential flank. He knows he has the vertical presence, and he can use it, and just missed a kill there. Kevs picks it up instead, and now it's just Krim. He's going to get one, not the other. Every time I put my controller down, the scoreboard comes up, so there you go. So that, spoiler alert, I put my controller down because it's a bloody end of round phase. I don't know. I do not know. All I do know is it's 5-4, and we're going back to kitchen. Was it Wednesday or Thursday? It's Wednesday. Okay, good to know. Okay, Chili switching from the Twitch to the Sledge. They probably have an inkling they're going to be attacking kitchen, and Sledge is probably a little bit better for that if you're doing this top-down vertical presence. Vertical pressure that most teams tend to do when attacking this site. Other than that, it's the same lineup from... What the hell team? Is it Jax? It's always Jax. They don't change halfway through the round, but you know what? Sometimes you forget partway through the round. Holy hell, we're already on round 10. Time flies when you're saying a lot of words. Other than that, there you go. Lines of sight on red, probably going to be a rotate on bakery, mute jammer, ADS, 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 barbed wire, reinforcement, shotgun, evil eye, reinforcement, Mozzie Pest, blah 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 blah. Same stuff you see almost every single round. This is how the setup's going to be. There's probably going to be a deployable shield right there, because that's what they did last time. I wish I could ping. That would be pretty damn cool. I could ping. What you really want to look out for right now is the pre-placed on the side of Vendetta. They don't have any pre-placed upstairs, and the outline disappears once they're all off their drone, which they are, because it's now the start of the action phase. But yeah, nothing pre-placed upstairs. No, there's one. Somebody is droning. That's going to be Krim. He's going to start to get the top floor information. Will he have spotted out Rivsy, who is upstairs? He's going to shoot out just a single plank and not the glass to not give away too much of his position. And there's a drone. He sees the drone, shoots the drone, continues to hold Pixel. So his position was given away, but most of the time you assume the defender's going to back off of there right after. Rivsy, in this case, is going to stand his ground for a little bit longer, knowing that no one was there to quickly capitalize on that information. He's going to have to hope nobody was there for that one, which it doesn't look like it, and he's just gotten 2 drones pretty much well scot-free, 2 drones and a minute off the clock, and he still persists inside of Cocktail. There's drone number 3. He has an idea that a player just came out and dropped... Ooh! Poor timing. Talk about siege timing 101. Rivsy loses the fight to Reg AK, who was waiting with the G36. Rivsy literally on ADS just about a second before that fight took place, and if he was ADS'd, he probably would have got that kill. Maybe even just traded. Bloody hell, ridiculous. But yeah, no, he might have traded that, and we're looking at a different round instead. Pardon me. Instead, man control is in favor of the attackers. That's Vendetta, and they're going to use that to start working this vertical presence. You can see who is on the sledge. Chili on the sledge is going to be looking up the floor above all these defenders, looking for some vertical angles, making sure nobody's playing that prep window. Nade in hand, could catch something, will go down, will catch Kevs, and Kevs is outlined, and that's just unfortunate. He was trapped. He literally crossed back into that presence of the grenade. Fate's going to get one onto Reg AK, and don't quite know where that was from, but it doesn't really matter. He's off the board. Man control is still in firm grasp of the attackers, or I guess not necessarily firm, but in the attacker's control. Gills is going to be looking up with that. All the 81 bullets means he has the liberty of spraying through the floor whenever the hell he feels like it. There's a pre-placed nitro on that hood vent there. I think somebody's dead and can't use it. I swear to God I saw an MPX in the kill feed. I don't know who got that kill. Looked like an MPX. I'm very confused. It doesn't really matter. There's 15 seconds left. Dan is pushing into sight. Arrow gets one. Fate gets another. Dan wiggles a little bit too much, and he can't find one of his own. Krim just picks up the diffuser, and he's going to have to start planting it as Chili comes around the corner, wins the round. What the hell was that? Literally, is like negative seconds left on the absolute clock, and Dan comes through, shoots him in the face. It was a 1v2, technically. I think there was one guy down. The planter's killed. The planter's killed on like 1 second left. And, yeah. Planter's killed on 1 second left, and with like half a second left, Chili shoots Fate in the face. Thank God we see a Tachanka. I'm excited. What the hell? That was absolute madness. Came down to like 0 seconds left or something. I don't know. I don't watch the bloody clock. A little bit of chaos towards the end. Some good trades coming out. And Chili using that sledgehammer to good use. If he was literally any other operator, breaking that window would have taken too long and they would have lost the round.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So yeah, interesting. Interesting turn of events. This case, interesting actually means interesting and not just what the hell. What else is interesting? God damn it. Tachanka would have been so much fun to see here. It's fine. What is actually interesting is Gills on the Maestro. It doesn't seem to be doing much. I don't think these Evil Eyes have made a huge difference in the round. At least defending Kitchen at all. They did win that first Kitchen round, I think, but not because of the Evil Eyes or the setup, just because of they got more kills. That's kind of what happened. So I would maybe like to see an Echo or Tachanka here or something. We've seen a lot of Echoes deny plants, and in that situation, Echo could have denied the plant instead of the Jaeger trying to shoot him in the face and then losing the second gunfight. So Yokai Junk would have done the same thing, but safer and possibly secured the round. But who am I to judge? I'm just here to explain what's going on, talk about what's going on, judge what's going on. Many questions, very few answers. Who's upstairs? Nobody as of yet. Rivsy, you going for it, buddy? No. So it looks like the defenders will be relinquishing the top floor this time, and it's going to be a little bit different. Reg AK is now on the table's window, and he's going to try and lock Rivsy in here. It's good that both changes helped each other. I think Reg AK was just playing cutoffs in this situation, and I don't think he knows that he's got a cutoff so early. He picks up Rivsy and continues to move forward. He knows where the next ones will start to peek him from, and he's just going to hold this area, knowing he now has a little bit more map control when they started. So, good stuff right now for the attackers, but you know what? Kevs is going to even things up with a C4. That's going to be onto Chili. That's the sledge gone. That's going to be a really big pick, meaning that this floor will stay completely intact for the most part right now. Fate from Coat Check is going to start to take fights onto the Ash inside of tables, and this is where it might just boil down to gunfights. One click of the head here, and momentum will shift into one of the team's favor. Arrow is going to be the one trying to do something there. Unsuccessful to start, and he's going to start to rotate around. They know where these players are. They have a good idea of where the fights are going to come from. They just need to try and make it so it's in their favor. Fate still inside of reception. Knows he has to hold this position down for as long as possible. First Exo goes off. That's going to get the freezer wall. Will another one be utilized later? Looks like they're going to start to try and put some pressure on Bakery. Is the Maestro of Gills even aware? He is now. He's going to continue to watch this door. Knows he's got to take the fights here. Fate, who knew he had to take the fights inside of Coach Check, is going to get one onto Arrow. That's going to be the Nomad off the board. And Gills behind this Bakery counter. Neither of the operators he's fighting have nades in their hand, so it's going to have to be a straight gunfight. How are they going to opt to do this? Looks like they might be trying to put a drone on him or something, but with 35 seconds left, a push is going to need to come out, and it's going to need to come out soon. Somebody's going to need to win this gunfight, and somebody's going to need to lose this gunfight. Right now, it's Dan on the losing end. Kevs is coming out to support Gills. He's going to swing in front. Yellow gets one. Dan is shot down by Kev. Gills finishes off Dan, and that leaves Krim in this 1v3 with 20 seconds left. Gills still behind the counter, is going to get that one onto Krim, and that's going to be it for this round. A few little adaptations are going to make the difference, and that is going to be Jax walking away with it. Round 12. Jesus Christ. Somebody win. I don't want to go to OT. That's whatever. Where are we going? Reading Fireplace. Interesting choice. Who's defending? No, it's still Jax. Are they locked out of top and bottom? They must be. Reading Dining. Chili is on the Sledge. Dan is on the Thatcher. Blah 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 blah.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Damn. Kev's bandit instead of, so there's no Valk this time, instead there's a bandit. What difference that will make? Probably just a gun, realistically. Well, the gun, obviously you don't have the Valk cams, and you can electrify a couple things. Don't think that was a huge difference maker the first time the site was played, either the cams or the lack of hard breach denial, but you know what, we'll see how this one shakes up, and really the game right now is still in Vendetta's hands. They can close it out right here. If Jax wins, we have another round, but we'll get to that when we get to that. It's sort of 2 rounds, at least guaranteed. It doesn't really bloody matter. The game's afoot. The game is afoot. There's no shield over here. Where are you going, Yellow? You're going to probably drop a shield over there. Bathroom shield? Question mark. Still reinforcing. A little bit slow on the setup from Jax. They still have one reinforcement that's going to be placed down right now. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just mostly curious where this shield goes. Same shield. Okay. That's what I figured. Curious ADS placement on the soft wall right there. I mean, obviously, they're probably not going to get droned out, but they can be wall-banged pretty easily, either on purpose or by accident. Other than that, doesn't really matter. You can see these attackers congregating on the roof. Reggae K. Upside-down rappel angle onto... Jamming. Onto what? What are we looking at there, buddy? What is that? I know you can see Heaven. Okay, he's watching the door. Now he's gone right side up, probably a little bit of a better angle for him. If he looks up and Rizzy makes a poor move, there's going to be, oh, this could be it. This could be it. He was droned out. Does he move? If he moves in the wrong direction, he could get caught out. Oh, siege timing. Siege timing at its finest. Rizzy has dropped. Reggae K has given up the angle and therefore given up the potential pick. It happens. Siege timing is hilarious. Just absolutely hilarious. Yellow is not the person I meant to spectate. It's okay. Why do you want to go to Yellow all the time? There we go. Nope, whatever. It's okay. I didn't want to play this game either. Arrow's made his way up onto the bar table, and hot pings are going to come out onto the Jaeger of Fate, and he's going to be forced to back off pretty quickly. Is that shield cleared? No, they just used the soft wall to get an angle around the shield, and that forces Fate off. Gills and Kev both using nitros at the same time. That's huge. Chili gets one. Yellow stops him dead in his tracks. Dan comes down. He finds one. The other one is found by Rivsy, and Fate will clean it up, sending it to OT. Well, it's going to OT. Sure. I mean, I have no choice. They had a choice. Somebody could have won, but it's fine. It's fine. Who's on what for OT? Attacking will be Vendetta. Defending will be the other team of Jax. And, yeah, that's, there's a rook. We're going back to reading with a rook. Interesting. Don't see where the bandit came into play last round, other than obviously that very nice nitro cell. But yeah, that's what I got for you. We're going to reading fireplace again. We were literally just there, so we'll be curious to see if there's a difference in this round. Will Reggae K give up that angle earlier, or will he get the kill on the player dropping from heaven? Stay tuned to find out. Finger guns. Do I need to say anything for this round? Nah, you guys know what the bloody setup is. It's the same as it's always been. Literally, we've played this site like 3 times like in a row, it feels like. But yeah. Same site, same setup. No difference there. What you're really going to look for is a difference from the attackers. Obviously, losing 2 guys to nitros from below sucks. How do you mitigate that? You move better. You do some T-hunts, you learn how to move around the map efficiently. No, I'm mostly kidding. You stay on top of the bar. It's a very thin bar. It's not easy to stay on top of, and it doesn't even completely shield you from nitro cells. So, you're screwed. You gotta try and, alleviate the pressure from the C4s. You have to put some pressure downstairs and try and stop those guys getting those really easy lobs from below, or you come through white hallway, you put pressure on white stairs from AC window, and you avoid the soft floor completely. Does it matter? No, not really, especially without vault cams or info. Those C4s aren't necessarily a tough shot, but they're not always easy. A distinct change of plan coming out right now. Chili is inside a freezer, or just in front of freezer. He probably knows that hatch is open, and will be cautious of a potential drop there, but you can see the plan seems to be funnel through mining, get into train, prone. If you're Reggae K, you can prone and look through fireplace. Drones are going to wear out, and it's definitely a dining-focused attack. Reggae K, beautiful shot onto Kev. We missed it. You know what? It doesn't matter. He saw it. He'll probably clip it. You know how things go. And yeah, that's going to force them out of dining and to start to use these holes from white. And they're pretty powerful holes. You can see yellow spraying them. Exo's going to go out on to the close wall from dining. That's also going to force yellow back. He's now going to start to play the feet holes he's made for himself. Widen them a little bit just to make sure he has line of sight. Would suck to miss a potential plant just because you don't know what's going on. Other than that, Chili is just going to continue to bide his time. He is on white stairs. He knows that once this execute starts to come out, it's his job to come up and try and shoot anybody in the back that's not paying attention, or at least challenge those players so they can't just freely shoot your planter. Dan has the diffuser in hand. He's holding down pillar. The attackers are just continuing to posture a little bit. Chili is shooting a mute gem. That was a weird play there. He is possibly giving up the goose. This position could be lost just because of that. He's gonna have to switch the angle he's playing it from. Rivsy's gone down white stairs to start to contest, and he's got no clue. He's a little bit lost in the sauce as to what's going on. Chili's already made his way onto the AC window, and now he's going to hold the stairs from a different angle. Just as effective. Clears the ADSs. Would have helped earlier when your nade was caught, but you know what? Who am I to judge? You're now doing your job just in a different way. Yellow picks off Reggae K, and now Fate is on a flank. He is in red hall, just waiting for this execute to come out. It's 15 seconds left, and not a lot's gone on in this round. Rivsy's down, presumably by Chili. Crim's made his way into sight. He's going to land the shots onto yellow. Gills finds arrow, but Dan finds Gills, and that's the round. Really explosive last 10 seconds. And there you go, Vendetta. 3rd time's the charm. They're able to adapt and win out on reading dining. No more vertical attack. This time it was all horizontal. Probably could have punctuated that a little bit better. This time it was all horizontal, and they were successful, in case you don't have eyes and or are listening to this audio only. But God help you if you are. I'm not explaining things very well. So, sucks to be you. If you are an audio-only listener, subscribe to my Spotify, or whatever they say these days. I don't know what people do. Bar cocktail, blah, 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 blah. Reggae K with the pick from Mozzie to Mozzie, back to Mozzie. That's a lot of 6 picks from Mozzie to Mozzie. Very nice to see. I'm sure nobody will know that a Mozzie is being brought. Doesn't really matter, blah, 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 blah. You can tell I'm slowly dying. We're at 1 hour and 17 seconds of this, as I can see in the elapsed time in the top left corner. Interesting little thing we can see. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. It's Bar Cocktail. We've seen Vendetta defend this. Granted, it was a while ago, so we'll see if Jax is able to remember any of the setup, but really, the main thing we're kind of looking for right now is how are they going to set up. They do have 7 balls left in the pocket, so it would probably be good if a couple of those were thrown down. No, we don't like reinforcements. We don't believe in reinforcements in this household. Why reinforcements? Shoot people in the face. Did you get the red wall? Okay, fine, lovely. That was a good talking point I was going to use, but it's a little bit nulled given the fact that it's reinforced. If you are curious as to why our good friend, one of the 2 SAS boys, I don't know who was doing it, I think it was Dan, was shooting some holes just in the floor. He's making sure his shotgun worked. You got to clear those jams to start, but no, he's also making holes to watch default. So in case you go and walk up to plant, as soon as you start to hold square, you're looking through those holes, and you know somebody's quite possibly coming to shoot you from below, and there's not very much you can do about it if you're planting on 000. Is it double mozzied? No, the drone's going to make it through. All the attackers are on the roof right now. You know how this goes. It's a cafe top floor attack. You drone out, you make sure it's safe to drop, you open the red wall, you get into Christmas, you somehow try and deal with Pixel, then you go for freezer and or bathroom, and the rest is history. Yanniclone is going to be shot out from behind the shield. These couches, along with a well-placed Mozzie Pest, that's nice. That Mozzie Pest just deletes the RC XD drone. Call of Duty might trademark me, but it's fine. Can we watch this other one? No. Reggae K sees and or hears the 4S drone coming towards him. He knows that Pixel Shield is all but gone, but what he doesn't know is it's all but gone. It's not gone. Ribsy instead lands a nice nade from the skylight. That's going to take out Krim. I think that was Planks. No, that was a freezer. There you go. You can see the little death icon. And somehow this shield still persists. An air jab goes up onto the Pixel door. I don't quite know how that has been allowed to stay like that. Chili is obviously in bathroom. That's never a big surprise for anybody. Ribsy is going to make sure he's there. And the Yanniclone will determine that is fact. Holy words, Batman. EMP is going to ensure that freezer gets opened. No, it's not. They lied. There's a lot going on this wall right now. Another nade. What the hell? Why can't you... Are you out of EMPs? This could be really bad. There are no EMPs. Obviously not. There's no Thatcher on the board. They were trying to nade over the freezer wall. Got ADS'd. Got caught out. Yellow still has another nade, but joke's on you. The Mute Jammer's in bathroom. The one area you didn't clear. Nope. Still not going to work. You're going to be able to get this side of the wall. There you go. That's the difference. Mute Jammer's in bathroom. A lot of utility expended there. Utility and time for something that never really came to fruition. Fate is going to not check bathroom fully. He's going to instead kill Dan, and that was a good shot from him. Chili is still in bathroom, right? This man doesn't leave bathroom. No, he does leave bathroom. He leaves bathroom to go to Pixel. He hops over his shield. It means nothing. He is dead. Arrow now in bathroom. Bathroom is the place to be if you are a defender, apparently. Maybe not if you're Arrow. He's caught a little bit of a crossfire. Rubesy picks up that one, and is that the game? No, we're 7-7. This game never ends. This game never ends. Jeez Louise, holy hell. We're on round 15. If you can't read, or if you're listening to the audio-only version of this cast, but why the hell would you do that? Possibly just to listen to me say Reggae K all the time. Possibly my new favorite username. I'm going to use all my free name changes to change my name to different forms of Reggae K. Maybe Bob Marley avatars? Reggae K and Bob Marley avatars, while eating like Special K cereal. Possibly a new marketing idea. I might quit my job and become a millionaire. Rizzy, you gotta stop doing this to me, bro. I just want to see Tachanka played. I want to see Tachanka played. Like, come on, the man's got a shield and, like, a flamethrower. What else do you want? Like, what else do you really want? You want to see how the kitchen service defense goes. We've seen it before. There's going to be a hole on bakery. Wait, I got the right team. Yeah, hole on bakery, hole on red wall. Players doing some things. No more Mozzie. Instead, now we have Fate on Bandit. Oh my god. I've been bamboozled. I have been boozled. Completely bewildered. Bullish Luvovich. Other B words that I probably shouldn't say. Bambo. What in the hell? There we go. Different setup. Now we should pay attention. No, we shouldn't pay attention. What the hell is going on? What the actual hell is going on? Did we at least reinforce this hatch? No, why would we? Why would we have any sense of normalcy in this last round? It would be too easy. It really would be too easy. Freezer hatch. Somebody please, for the love of Christ, get this freezer hatch. You got 2 walls left. You got 2 walls left, which is a whole floor if you really wanted to. Fate's on the run. Fate's going for it. Pistol in hand. He's going. He's going. He's going. He's gone. Holding square. Halfway. 3/4. Maybe not. 2/3. He's done. He made it. Way to go, Fate. He went on the run of a century, made sure that that hatch was closed. Just as it wasn't, the round might be slightly different. Like, 10% different. It really depends on if Reggae on the Thermite is able to live long enough to get to the hatch. There is no top floor congestion. We've been over this before. Drones are going to worry about, make sure that is the case. Chili makes his way downstairs. He's got a sledgehammer in hand. Nobody's on the second floor either, and, alright, Chili, what are we doing? Are we going for the big play, or are we going for the not so big play? He's going for the big play. He's using that ACOG. He's going to wait. He's going to fire. He's going to land some shots onto the knee of Kevs and deal a lot of damage there. Will he see the Jaeger of Rivsy swing out from him? No. But yeah, way to go. Chili's out here making big plays. This nade could be huge. It goes through. It gets Fate. There's the opener. You couldn't ask for a better one than that. That is a player in a huge power position. That's going to be the closet guy removed. Closet coat check, whatever the hell you want to call it. He gone. That nade really opens up this round, and you can tell that just by seeing Rivsy take a lot of damage. He's forced to move, and now behind a whiskey bar, has to try and find some safe place to play. Looks like that's going to be in sight. He's not happy with this barbed wire placement. That audio is going to give away his position if he tries to swing that door aggressively. Next thing that needs to be dealt with is the freezer wall by the attackers, but luckily Dan has EMPs in his hand, and he'll be able to clear that mute jammer off so that Reggae K can open up the wall pretty easily with an exo charge. Gills is watching coat check. He's waiting to see if somebody comes through. Hard ping outside. Is that a default cam? Oh no. No. What happened to you there, Reggae K? That sounded like an SMG-11. I don't know how that happened. Gills gets a pick onto Chili. Did the wall get opened? Come on. Okay, the wall was opened. Never mind. Less exciting than I thought. Gills gets a pick onto Chili. That's a really crucial one because he's been having an absolutely massive game, and Gills being allowed to persist with that Alda. Maybe he hasn't been so hot in this entire game, but doesn't mean he can't show up now, and he's going to make sure that nobody can re-peek that code check door. 20 seconds left. Time is starting to dwindle. Reggae K has the diffuser in hand. There's a smoke grenade going out onto the freezer breach. Means no one can cross through there easily. With Reggae K being on low health, he needs to get through and start from square. It is now a 1v3. Gills needs to find these last few picks. There's 4 seconds left, but it doesn't matter because now we're at 45. Gills, 50 HP. Don't know how many bullets he has, but now he's got 2 targets to find. One of them is just a shot away from death. That's Dan, who's made his way into sync. Krim inside of coat check. They can watch the cross if they play this correctly. Gills doesn't seem to have a good idea of where the other player is, and that's going to be Dan, who pops up and finds the shots he needs to close out the round. Really coming down to the wire there, and Gills almost able to clutch it up. 81 bullets, not enough because crossfires. Good stuff to Vendetta. Congratulations on the win. Of course, Jax, way to go. You put up a really good fight. Great game coming out there, considering we went all the way to max OT. See everybody showing up and putting in a pretty good performance. That'll be it for me today. I hope it's late. Jesus Christ. But yeah, NCSL. match day week 3, something or other. Who knows? Who really cares? Apparently everybody. But you know what? That's cool. As long as people keep showing up and having games like that, we'll have some pretty good matches. Alrighty, good night, people.